Hi, welcome to Aging Imperfectly. I'm Lisa, and this is the 7th episode of this new channel. I had all of these amazing plans laid out for our next couple of weeks. Today, every Tuesday, I'm doing a new episode. I had all this stuff planned out, and once you know it, 2020 just keeps being more and more interesting. Each time we had an intervention with 2020 pronto. I had all these plans, and last week I started having this intense shortness of breath. It was really like this heaviness, really gnarly tightness in my chest right here. And it would be really bad when I would lie down. And I was awakened a couple of times with just this shortness of breath, this like wheezing thing. Mind you, I've been keeping up temperature, I've been keeping up with my oxygen thing. I ended up getting a COVID test last Thursday, so all the stuff leading up to it, so I had this tightness in the chest, and last Monday I was American Red Cross donating blood, and I implore you, if you can, please donate blood. It may save many lives, and I have a pretty rare blood type that they love. They really want my plasma and all that, but the truth is I'm not a really good bleeder. And I was motivated to donate blood for 3 reasons this time. One, I have the rare blood. Number 2, it's going to save lives. And number 3, I guess number 3 and 4. Number 3, you get an antibody test. So they're doing antibodies for COVID. And then number 4, they said $5 Amazon gift card. Blood last Monday. And then my kind of tightness in my chest started to get worse. And I had a couple of really severe instances of just shortness of breath. I had no temperature. I could taste and smell like normally I was supposed to be these symptoms. So I called Kaiser. I was concerned with this. I called Kaiser and I was just like, my asthma, well, the advice nurse was alarmed enough to tell me to go that night and get the COVID test. This is last Thursday. I'm what? How the heck is this happening? Excuse me, I have all this stuff to do. What? But I'm in Diet Corona. I'm just like, my brain is like going in this thing. Mind you, I'll let you know, I'm not afraid. I was annoyed. I was like, really? We all have to go somehow? COVID? Really? Like, geez. I'm thinking of all these loose ends of my kids. Do I have my directives set up? I don't. I need to get all that stuff set up. I mean, I worked on a will and all these things. I thought about my digital properties. I thought about my web clients. I thought about all my stuff I'm reselling, all these things, all these grudges, like family. And oh gosh, my dad would have to come up here and just deal, he's still in LA, and come up to Oregon and deal. I'm like, oh God, how inconvenient. I'm so annoyed at this, right? So I hightail it out of the house to get to Kaiser, Sunnyside, Portland, and Clackamas. And I go way before 9. 7:30 I was on the phone with the advisor, so I was there by 8. So I'm directed into the parking lot by the valet who's, what are you here for? I'm here for the COVID test. Okay, so they point, and there's 4 spaces that are specifically designated for COVID-19 testing. Now there's some rope, it's a red velvet rope and a club that you do not want any type of admission to. You don't want to be one of the cool kids being admitted to this club. So 4 spaces designated with one of the posts says COVID-19, and then all the way down the 4th one it's like roped off and stuff from the back. I pull up there and someone comes out of the big tent. It's like the ET tent where he's all hooked up with the thing, the whole government thing with the helicopter and everything. It's about that dramatic, right? So this guy comes out of there and he's full Karen Silkwood outfit, hazmat, crazy, multiple masks, face shield, the whole thing, and walking over the car slowly. And he's like, are you here for the COVID test? And I just explained in a brief sentence. I said, yeah, I talked to the advice nurse and they recommended I should come now and take this COVID test. And he goes, okay, I will come back and take some information with you and we'll be right with you in a moment. Okay, fine. I don't know, the longest 45 seconds. I'm sitting there in the parking lot and I just kind of turn, I'm looking at the tent. And the guy comes back asking me, my identity, who I am, I give him the details, and he goes, okay, I'm gonna get the materials and come back. I'll be right with you and we'll do your test. Okay, so another little bit, not very long at all. I'll tell you, Wendy's, when I last went to fast food, Wendy's was earlier this year, and I spent way more time at the Wendy's drive-thru than I did for this COVID-19 test. So, yay, Kaiser, go Kaiser. Right, Kaiser greater than Wendy's, okay. It's like an eternity if you're just sitting there, wondering if you can die of coronavirus. So he comes back with all this stuff, just like he'd said. And he goes, okay, here's, first and foremost, I'm going to give you this wad of tissues. And I'm like, and I'm looking at him kind of, I guess, quizzically. And he goes, oh, well, when you do the swab test, and the nasal swab, the test, and you take the samples, you need, it's going to make you sneeze and or gag and maybe tear up, it'll be a thing. I'm like, okay. So I just take them, and the open 3/4 of the way, and it just felt like this clandestine, really odd thing, what is happening right now? It's so surreal. So he goes over that, and then he has this really huge swab. It's about, I'm not going to joke with you guys, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to over dramatize it or underestimate it, or how does that go, right? So there's this swab, and it is pretty big, and he says he's going to need 10 seconds at least on each side. with the swab. And before I can really like protest, not that I was going to drive away, like, oh no, screw this, I'm gonna back up and drive away. Yeah, no, but I'm just like, what the heck is happening here? It goes right up my first nostril, and I'm like, I think he scraped parts of my brain that forgot a bunch of stuff from when I was in like 4th grade, like when I missed that 4th grade fingerprinting class, 5th grade fingerprint class, yeah. So it's all going so slow. It's like wildly unpleasant. Like I don't really recommend it, but if you can get the test, because I'm really privileged and I know a lot of people aren't able to do the test. And I guess it just took this asthma flare-up that was brought on by really tremendous anxiety, right? How are we all managing that? That's what triggered this asthma attack, and I didn't have sufficient inhalers. He does both of them, and he explains to me in great detail. He says in 24 to 48 hours, the results should be on kp.org, and if they can get the test in time that night, and I test positive, they would give me a call. So, do you think I slept well last Thursday? No. I'm still trying to make up for the lost time of sleep and just anxiety and awfulness. So I tried to go on kp.org. No result, whatever, so I try to like go to sleep and just lay there and just kind of, I said my oxygen, we have oxygen meters, we're taking our blood oxygen level. I didn't have the loss of sense of smell and taste, didn't have the headache and these other achy joint things, part for the course for the symptoms of corona. So this asthma, the tightness in the chest with that shortness of breath, just tightness, just I still have it a little bit. It's not improving as fast as I would like, but you don't have corona. I wait for like the longest day. I have the appointment the next day at 1 o'clock. I have a video appointment. It ended up being a phone appointment. So I'm waiting, and they said, try to go on KP and do it. But guess what? I couldn't get into the website. I'm sitting there for the longest time in this email inbox, and it says new test result available. So I wait for a moment, and I'm just like, what the heck? Okay, click on it. I click on it, and it's negative. Oh, COVID-free, COVID negative test result. Just feels like a new lease on life. I've just been given this chance to let go of some past grudges and just get my in order, for the kids and advanced directives and things, and work on that and do my best. It's it's been just really, really hard with so many things. I had all these plans for this channel this week, and the COVID thing just really threw me for a loop. Just trying to do our best that we can. I want to give you a helpful link right now that I was thinking about while I was waiting for the result. And I don't know if you know of COURSERA.org, COURSERA.com. Sorry. It's an online institution. It's got all these universities, and one of the participating universities is Hopkins University, and they're offering a free, I believe the certificate's free too, it's a free contact tracing class for COVID-19, and I'm all for knowledge at every turn, whatever you can do, and I'd gone through at least half of this class before I had to take this test. And just the deja vu of the things that they were kind of telling me and what I saw. And then I talked to them in the appointment and stuff, and just ended up being just asthma, so I'm relieved. But it's a really detailed class, and it can maybe help you get a job as a contact tracer in your community, which would be a wonderful, helpful way, I think, to help out your community and do something good in the world if you can help prevent the spread of this nonsense. Because we're number one in the U.S. with what? USA number one? No. So however you can protect yourself, wear the masks, people, because I don't go out at all, and I feel like I've been extra diligent, but the coronavirus doesn't care how diligent you are, who you are. It's just decimating communities. I'm in a privileged spot to be able to get a test, and I'm waiting on the results for that antibody test to know if, anything had happened previously, but I'm just waiting with bated breath of just 2020, bring it. But I was convinced, I was going to die of coronavirus. I was already ready. I was like, annoyed, seriously. Now this, oh great, okay, fine, whatever. But I have a new lease on life, and I'm very appreciative of that. And we need to stand up for all the injustices going on in the world. We're all in the thick of it. And I want to say, when you're going through hell, keep going, right? What else can you do? It's up to us to, at every turn, be diligent, be voting, think of the world that you want to leave for your kids, leave for your friends, just leave in general. I'm thinking about a lot of things and reframing things. I'm not holding on past because I'm just not giving any F's about certain things, like what am I worrying about, all this crap. It's, it's all trivial. So I'm really reconfiguring things. And I thank you so much for joining me for this video. I just was really debating whether I wanted to talk about this or not, or try to fake kind of what I had going on before I was going to do another review of some eyewear. And then I also want to share with you guys in future videos about my reselling and stuff, and teach you how to use apps so you can make money at home with just stuff you have laying around. So that'll be in the future, but this week I was a little bit derailed by the COVID test, and I'm COVID free for now. And I'm hoping you are too, and hang in there. Just, let's hang in there and be there for each other and be friends and all that. And if you have any questions or comments about what I'm discussing, please drop me a line below. And please like and subscribe. You can find me on Pinterest, on Instagram, on Facebook as Aging Imperfectly. I'll put the links below. And I hope you guys stay safe and healthy, and I will talk to you guys next Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.